over 2 months away, and the political barometer is heating up. The ruling party and main opposition seem intent on ramping up the pressure against each other. And in the latest flare-up, the motorcade of the presidential hopeful for the main opposition APC had a bruising encounter with police on a main highway leading to Freetown. Umaru Fofana has more.
The standoff at the Mile 38 security checkpoint lasted several hours yesterday. Dr. Samura Kamara, President Julius Maada Bio's main challenger in the June election, was returning from an overseas trip where he had gone with respect to a case the state has against him. His convoy was stopped, blocking the only land route connecting Freetown to the rest of the country. Police say they halted the convoy because they had only pre-positioned themselves for 10 vehicles, but that as they moved towards Freetown, the number of vehicles increased to more than 50. A press release says some opposition APC party supporters physically confronted the police, forcing them to disperse the crowd to be able to reopen the routes. Samura Kamara, for his part, told me that he was left bewildered by the action of the police.
It was unexpected. I was not expecting a police blockage. This was a thoroughfare. Yes, they did talk about 10 vehicles, but they themselves knew that was not feasible. I could not be stopping around and counting vehicles behind me, how many vehicles I had. In any case, I don't think it is right for the police who have stopped Samura Kamara and his convoy to ply the roads.
The police are saying that the vehicle convoy was becoming uncontrollable and you had agreed with them that you would only allow 10 vehicles.
I think we were disciplined. We packed. They just stopped. And we're there. Nobody raised any voice. Nobody showed any violence. We were just watching them until they started unleashing tear gas against us.
And the IG or the Inspector General of Police says some of your supporters got off their vehicles, some even took off their shirts and accosted the police officers.
It's always a problem here. The police will never tell you the truth. They're answering to his master's voice.
Who do you mean by his masters?
The executive Israeli. I want to carry my political battles in peace. Politics is not about violence.
Kamara said it was all a systematic and consistent pattern aimed at creating an uneven playing field in favor of the ruling SLPP party. The ruling party, for their part, have denied receiving any preferential treatment, saying they always seek police clearance during their movement or the movement of their candidates, and that they respect the terms of the permits. Umaru Napoleon Koroma is the party's Secretary General.
Law and order do not stop to operate as a result of elections. But normally when we have elections in this country, people try to behave as if they are out of the confines of the law, and that's not correct. Yesterday's event was actually unfortunate. The manner in which we saw those young people attempting to go at the police officers were very, very much unfortunate. And don't forget, we just had the August 10 incident in which people got on the streets, and at the end of the day, we lost 6 police officers. The current opposition leader in the person of Dr. Samura Kamara had said, and it's on record, when he lost the elections in 2018, and he would cause all sorts of trouble. So the strategy has basically been create this kind of situation, create some kind of fear in the minds of the ordinary Sierra Leonean, and by so doing, you think you win some sympathy from the international community or those onlookers.
My understanding is that this was not a political activity. This was Samura Kamara driving from the airport back into Freetown after an overseas trip. Did he need to be restricted?
So Samura had come, I think earlier. I saw it on social media where the APC had posted that Samura Kamara has returned from America, that they should converge to receive Samura Kamara. So if they are converging as Australians, they are coming in numbers, they need protection. So the police will have to step in.
Yesterday's standoff is the latest in a long list of opposition accusations of heavy-handedness by the police. Civil society has called on all stakeholders to engage and have a common understanding. James Lahai is the coordinator of the largest election observer group, the National Election Watch.
I think the most important thing to quell down any of such unfortunate situations is to ensure that everybody that has something to do with the elections be very much transparent in their activities. And the police should come out clearly about their strategy they will be employing to police the elections.
With just 80 days to voting day, there are growing calls for the calming of nerves. But with Samura Kamara currently standing trial on corruption allegations, which he denies, calling them political harassment and intimidation, signs are that the alarm is still on and not yet on snooze.
That was Umaru Fofana. And finally, in Sudan,